Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to night 11 of the NBA playoffs. Um, Today we're going to talk about the games that I watched today. Everyone watches the same games. Yeah. Um, First, we're going to go over the Bucks Magic. Now, this one, the Magic actually were really close, and this game was basically kind of tied up or that wasn't tied. It was close in the second quarter, and then the Bucks took a little bit of a lead and took a huge lead. They were up like 20 something. And then the Magic came back a little bit, and the Bucks kind of pulled away at the end. Some stats for you: Middleton at 21, Giannis at 28. Middleton showed up today at 43%. He struggled a little bit in this series. I thought he did a little bit. Shot 16 shots today, which I thought was pretty good because I kind of want him to get his volume up because I think he has to be more of a second option. Obviously, he's proven he's done that before, but I just think he needs to do that. So I thought that was good. Giannis, he was amazing. He had 28 points. There was one highlight which I thought was really fun where he was at the 3-point line. He took one step to the basket and in stride he made it to the hoop, and without traveling. I thought that was really impressive. There wasn't really anything notable for this game. Um, Good for the Magic for fighting until the end. It's pretty good. Fultz at 14. Vucevic, he had 22, and he was pretty solid during this whole series. That's really it. The Magic didn't have this talent, and they were missing them guys. And even if Jonathan Isaac was healthy, they wouldn't have won this series. So yeah. Okay, now we're gonna go a little bit out of order. We're gonna go to the Lakers Trailblazers. That was the 9 o'clock game, but we're gonna talk about that next. This one, the Blazers were actually ahead for a little bit until the second quarter. Lakers took the lead, and then the Blazers had a lead, I think, in the third quarter. And then it was like tied. It was basically a close game until like 7 minutes left in the fourth, and like kind of took the edge. Anthony Davis led the way in the fourth. He had 43 points overall. LeBron had 36. They didn't shoot horrible they shot. Let's see. They shot 38.9. Yeah, they didn't shoot horrible from three. I knew they didn't shoot horrible three. I just forgot to say that. Danny Green, he continues to shoot not so great from the 3-point line. Hopefully he increases that in the next series. It's going to be key for them against the Rockets or the Thunder. On the Blazers side, Melo had a really nice game. He looks like he's going to be on an NBA roster next year. It was kind of it was known based by the regular season before this restart that he was going to have an NBA job next year, but it was not. This was kind of confirmed in the playoffs, I guess. CJ McCollum, he played 36. Everything he did in this series was really impressive to me because he had an inverted back or something, or I forget what it was called. Something wrong with his back. But yeah, he played 30. He played pretty solid. Gary Trent played okay. He had 16 points. Again, he's a rookie, so it's pretty impressive. He had 16 points in a playoff game. So that's there. And this game, I know that was a little, but the game I really want to talk about is the Rockets Thunder. Now, this one was really interesting. This was a game 5. It was a game 6. So this really, it was a game 5, but this led the Rockets had a lead, took a 3-2 lead in this series. So I thought this game was a really interesting game. Lucas Dort, he did a not so good job in this game. He didn't guard Harden well. Harden went something like 4 for 4. He went 4 for 4 in the first quarter, and he finished with 73% from the field. You can't obviously want that. He had 31 points. The key really is that he only took something like 15 shots, something like that. Yeah. So I was going over the stats, and the key, you have to make him work for his points. You want him to have to take 25 shots instead of 15 shots, and they didn't really do that this game. The Rockets, they started this game off great. Then the Thunder came back a little bit. The Rockets seemed to have a little bit of this game, and then in the second quarter, the Thunder took the lead. They came back. The Thunder bench really proved really good for them during this game. Until the second half, the Rockets bench did not really do so well. Jeff Green, he was like a minus 13 from the field. Only like Daniel Haas at halftime had like 7 points or something like that. Russell Westbrook, he did not do good in his debut. Maybe he's still a little bit like rusty from his injury. He only had 7 points. He was 2 for 10 from the field. Or 2 for 10 for the he was 3 of 13 for the field. He wasn't really that good. But I think the key for this game was really this game was close at halftime, and the key for this was when the Rockets bench kind of took alive. Jeff Green and Austin Rivers, they started hitting threes from deep, and then the Rockets kind of took a huge lead. They started hitting like a bunch of threes, and this game kind of ended. I don't want to say ended because it didn't really end at that point, but it ended when Dennis Schroeder and PJ Tucker was ejected. PJ Tucker did not have a great game. He got in foul trouble early on. That probably was one of the reasons he wasn't able to get into his rhythm. Dennis Schroeder was really good for them. He was kind of the reason they had the lead in the second quarter, or they had a lead, at some point in the second quarter. I mean, I've seen a lot of takes that say the Rockets have kind of taken over the series and it's over. But I really don't think it is, because I think if you don't force Dort to take that many shots, I know you're playing 4 and 5 on offense with him, but he took 16 shots and only made 3. I really don't think he should do that. So maybe you have to adjust that in the game plan. And Gallinari, he went 0 for 6 today. I don't think he's going to go 0 for 6 in Game 6. So I think this isn't really over for the Thunder. And, I mean, the Rockets, they're not going to always hit their shots, so I think the Thunder still have a chance in the series. But yeah, I mean, if the Thunder don't make these adjustments, I would say this series is over. That's really the recap I have today. Yeah.